Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, comment.
Yes, indeed, me peoples. I'm back with another exclusive video reaction. You know what I'm saying? This particular video reaction right here is of that girl, Glorilla. You dig what I'm talking about? The former artist that signed to Yo Gotti is back in jail again, you feel me? And they trying to give her some funny charges. You dig what I'm talking about? Or I would just say the way that she went to jail, it was a cold way.
And tonight, rapper Glorilla is facing charges in Forsyth County after she was arrested this week. But the sheriff's office says it all started after 3 people broke into her home. The Forsyth County Sheriff's Office says deputies responded to her home Saturday for reports of a burglary. They say that 3 suspects were in the process of stealing when someone inside shot at them. Well, the sheriff's office says that the suspects left and they were not located after an extensive search. Well, the sheriff's office says while deputies were there, they smelled marijuana, and then they got a search warrant from the home, and authorities said that a significant amount of marijuana was discovered inside the closet of the master bedroom. Well, the rapper, whose real name is Glorilla Woods, she was not home during the burglary or this search, and she was charged with felony possession of marijuana and possession of a Schedule I controlled substance. Well, on Tuesday, Woods turned herself in and was released on that same day on a $22,000 bond. Well, the investigation into the burglary continues. No suspects have been arrested. And the rapper's attorney says that Woods' family, they were staying there when this burglary happened. They called law enforcement for that crime, not expecting a search warrant to be issued. They also say that Woods is a victim here, not a suspect.
Crazy. My house got home invaded Saturday while I was in Indianapolis performing for the WNBA All-Star Game. Instead of focusing on finding the suspects, they focused on some cannabis. So no, I wasn't busted. 2, my house got robbed. 3, I wasn't at home. Long story short, my house gets home invaded and I'm the only one that gets arrested. Glorilla arrested for alleged felony drug possession in Georgia after police respond to burglary attempt at her home. The rapper was arrested on July 22 after police allegedly found marijuana and a controlled substance in her home while responding to reports of a burglary. Need to know, rapper Glorilla was arrested on July 22 after police allegedly found marijuana and a controlled substance in her home while responding to reports of a burglary on July 20th. She voluntarily turned herself into custody and was then released on bond. An investigation into the burglary is still ongoing. Glorilla was arrested on felony drug charges after police in Georgia allegedly discovered marijuana and a controlled substance in her home while responding to a burglary attempt. The 25-year-old rapper voluntarily turned herself into the Forsyth County Jail on Tuesday, July 22nd, according to a statement provided to People by the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office. Her arrest comes after police responded to calls regarding a break-in at her home in the early hours of Sunday, July 20th. The call came at 1:30 a.m. and was in response to a burglary in progress. It was reported that 3 suspects had entered the home and were in the process of stealing items when an armed occupant fired at the intruders. The police statement read, "The suspects fled the scene, and it does not appear that any of them were struck. No injuries were reported among the home's occupants." Glorilla, real name Gloria Hallelujah Woods, was not present at the time of the attempted break-in. Police were unable to locate the suspects. However, a thorough investigation was conducted due to the nature of the incident. While on scene, deputies detected a strong odor consistent with illegal narcotics. As a result, the Lanier Regional Drug Task Force was contacted and responded to the residents' police.
Man, this definitely ain't adding up. Before you guys called the police, whoever did it, I don't know if it was Glorilla. I don't know if it was the people that was in the home because they had a fire or whatnot. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Either way it go, though. You know what I'm saying? If y'all smell an odor of some tree, you know what I'm saying, some good, some loud, man, you know what I'm saying, get that together, you know what I'm saying, before these people come and they smell it and it become a whole nother situation, you know what I'm saying, especially in the South, you know what I'm saying. So, I feel like this is one of them situations, maybe they were snooping through her stuff and had some type of reason to basically put something on somebody. You know what I'm talking about?
Police said, after obtaining a search warrant, a significant amount of marijuana was located in Glorilla's master bedroom closet. Police reported the musician was charged with felony possession of marijuana and possession of a Schedule I controlled substance after turning herself in custody. Glorilla was released on a $22,260 bond. Authorities confirmed that investigation into the burglary is still active and ongoing. Sheriff Ron Freeman commented on the case in a statement, noting that Glorilla is a victim of a serious crime and we're committed to bringing the suspects to justice. He continued adding, at the same time, we must continue to uphold and enforce the law in all aspects of this case. Reps for Glorilla did not immediately respond to people's requests for comment. News of her arrest comes over a year after Glorilla was arrested on DUI charges in Suwanee, Georgia in April 2024.
The 24-year-old rapper from Memphis allegedly failed a sobriety test after running a red light in Suwanee. So the police officer also claims they smelled marijuana coming from the car.
These have sparked questions about her dark history with the law, of which she has chosen to be silent about, especially details of when she had served time. The policeman on duty noted some events that were convincing enough to know that she was under the influence.
How many next do you have? I'm okay. That's not my question. I'm okay, I'm 10 years.
She couldn't maintain her balance or walk in a straight line, and many other observations.
Then, as you scroll through and you look at comments on Twitter and Instagrams, you start to see something. Beam me up, Scotty. Not sure why she even moved to Forsyth, but yeah, they were wrong. Thoughts exactly. Like, you already got a situation in Gwinnett, and Forsyth is better. Do your homework before moving to any area, especially in the South. Officers don't care about how much paper you have, you and they stuff, and they want you gone. Somebody said 100. 100, my dude, learned that the hard way living in Fayetteville.
This here is a prime example of, even though you got paper, always do your homework and always treat things as if the feds will get on you and do what they need to do. Because she got money, you know what I'm saying? Yes, they would like to make arrests. They gonna get some type of bond money out of somebody, either the person that was in the home, typically the owner of the home, which that's how it played out to be.
People consider Forsyth County, Georgia racist primarily because of its violent racial history, particularly the racial cleansing of 1912 and the county's long-standing reputation as a place hostile to black people. Some digging, and we found out what's called constructive possession laws, because the drugs were allegedly found in her private bedroom or closet in her home. That's what's going to end up being the thing. It's not about, because some people are going to be mad I'm about to say this. Well, bro, she wasn't there. More than likely what happened was they smelled that weed. And that weed had to have been in her home. Now, here's the messed up part. They're going to be mad at me for what I'm about to say, but it is what it is. Somebody's supposed to take that charge. They were supposed to be, that was mine, man. I didn't expect y'all to find it. And then do it that way. Glorilla would have already knew. I ain't going to hold you. She would have already known, and that would have been that, bro. Because whatever, it's going to end up being basically a fine for personal use. It ain't really gonna matter how much unless y'all would have seen like Ziploc bags and scales and all that crap. Now they had scales in there. It's gonna be charged with distribution, but I'm willing to guarantee that they didn't, because I'm 100% sure they would have liked to have done that.
Little mama gonna be straight. As I always say though, you feel me? I'm saying any promotion is good promotion. So she could turn this into something epic, make a little nice album, talk about it. People gonna want to be interviewing her and her name back out there again. You know what I'm saying? She's back to getting more choke. So at the end of the day, it is what it is though. You know what I'm saying? Different circumstances happen in different ways or whatnot. You feel me? There's just gonna be a lesson for her.
You already got a DUI. So her fingerprints already are in the Georgia database. So y'all can get mad at that and say whatever y'all want to say. But basically, my thoughts is this. They found that weed in her room. They did. So then they like, whose room is that? They're like, Glorilla's. Or I'm guaranteed somebody said something they weren't supposed to say. Like, you know, hey, bruh, this and that. But one of the reasons that they shouldn't have claimed that weed, and some of y'all gonna be mad like, no, bro, you gotta take the charges. No, man. Nah, not when there's drugs and a gun involved. Hell no. If it's guns and drugs involved, bro, you looking at 10 years. So, nah, I know this ain't what people gonna want to hear. Nah, man, they supposed to take that charge. Man, listen, bro, Glorilla gonna be fine.
I was rich then, but you ain't even know it like Rocco. We don't keep score, we just keep on scoring.